Great. So yeah, I work for Adventureworks. This is Hannah. She works for Adventureworks too. She's responsible for our programs that happen at our Outdoor Ed Center. What we're going to do, a little bit about Adventureworks first, is we have a pretty, I think, cool job, is we really help people make connections, and we do that in a way that helps them be more productive. So whether that's in classrooms with students, or whether that's with teams, like staff teams, or even high-performance sports teams we've worked with, really we always start with like making connections so they can become more productive, better communicators, maybe even get more high-end results if that's what they're looking for. So that's kind of the world that we live in, and we do it through experiential and adventure-based learning activities. So today is about building connected teams, and we're going to do a series of, or a bunch of activities that really help with that. Okay, so this is an interactive workshop, so maybe good for the end of the day. Yes, perfect. I like how you're sitting here. This is great. Awesome. But I'll say that you could choose the level of participation that's good for you. You should make a good choice for yourself. So if you're like, you know, I maybe don't want to get on the dance floor here, that's okay. Maybe you want to kind of sit back, that's okay. All the activities can be adapted and adjusted to whatever level you want. And if you just want to sit and watch and take notes, or just sit and take it in, that's okay too. Make a good choice for yourself. Cool? Awesome. Great. I always like to, there's a little bit, we're going to do activities, there's a little bit of, tiny bit of content, just kind of to help you kind of think about why connection is important. And then we'll mostly be playing kind of on the dance floor. This is our entire space, so if we're at a table, that's fine. If you're in this space, this open space, that's fine too. Do whatever works for you. Cool? Last thing before we dive into activities, I will say that we're going to use some props and resources. If you like them, that's great. You might have them at your centers. That's great too. If you want to get them, that's great. Talk to us after. I'm not here to like sell you. I'm not a watch salesman, but I'm not here to sell you things. But we just use resources that we think work really well. And some people are like, hey, I like to use that too. So let us know at the end. If you're like, how do I get my hands on those things? Then let us know and we'll help you. That's cool. Awesome. So thing number one, at your tables, if you're at a table. If you're not at a table, maybe find a table. There's cards at your tables. If everyone can grab a card, that would be great. If you don't have a card, just shoot up your hand and we'll make sure you get one. Oh, nice. You just leave it there, it's fine. All right. Anyone need a card? Oh, I need a card. Awesome. You'll notice your card has two sides. So there's a single image side and a multiple image side. If you could put the single image side on the palm of your hand so the multiple image is facing up. Okay. And then I want you to cover up. Yes. It's a gratifying sound. Awesome. Here's what you're going to do. In a second, but not quite yet. When I say go, this is our space. You're going to walk up or find someone that looks interesting. That's a compliment, okay? Or someone's just close to you. So, and you're going to share names. Like, hey, I'm Sean.
I'm Hannah.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
Awesome. And we're going to play we're going to do two things. Instruction one is we're going to show our cards, and it's a race who can find the image or spot the image, like spot it, that matches. Okay, that's task number one. Oh, you have the same card. It's okay, you can win. Ready? Go. Rocket ship. I win. I get 1,000 points. She beat me all morning. Awesome. Thing two, now we found the image that matches or we have in common. We have to find something we personally have in common. Okay? You don't have to overthink it, but just find something that you both have in common. And then you're going to play somebody else. The goal is to connect with as many people in the room the next 2 minutes playing this game. Any questions? All right, go. Ubuntu.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Some people might have the same card.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like starting with these cards when I do connection activities. Friends of ours made these cards. They have a similar organization in the States. And they were looking for a name because they wanted to have cards that really are all about connection and helping people connect. So they were looking for a name that kind of meant that. So they researched and they found Ubuntu, which loosely translated from Swahili means I am because we are. So that's pretty powerful about connection. So all the activities that they chose to add to these cards are about connecting and connection. Cool. And that's my segue to talking about connection. And cool. And I always think about connection before content. So whenever I work with groups, and it doesn't matter how old they are, so whether it's like grade 3s or like corporate groups, adults, teams like you, I always kind of want to get them connected first. And it makes a big difference because connection is really about relationships. And if we're going to work together, then we have to have some kind of relationship. We don't have to like each other. Well, that's helpful, but we need to at least be connected, right? Before we get to our content. Cool. And really what that does, if we have strong relationships or at least trustworthy, helps create a great environment. And if we have a good environment, it really dictates our performance, right? If we have not a great environment, staff team environment, then it might dictate that maybe our performance isn't going to be awesome. Okay, whether that's with each other or with whatever our job is. Cool. So the rest of these activities, while they're great, you could probably do them with kids too. Really, the frame or the lens I want you to think about is with your teams. So that's the kind of the lens we thought about when we thought about these activities for you. So you could use them as you go if you like. Cool. Awesome. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep the party going. I want you to, in a second, but not quite yet, I want you to find yourself a partner and just kind of be next to them, whether sitting or standing, doesn't matter. We're going to do some partnering activities. And I'm going to relate them to truths that I know about effective teams. Okay. Cool? I know 4 truths. That's all I know. So I'm going to share those with you through activities. Cool? If you're looking for a partner, does anyone know what the international sign for I need a partner is? Close. You're halfway there. And put them together. Cool. And then you can go, hey, let's be partners. Boom. Cool. Awesome. So find yourself a partner. Go. With your partner, here's the first thing I know about effective teams, is they have the ability to get on the same page pretty quickly. All right. So with your partner, handle the demonstration because I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah. You're like, woo! Awesome. And then you can be partners with her. Awesome. So if Hannah and I are partners, we're going to see if we can get on the same page quickly. So you have the chance, okay, to do like a mind match, okay? So you have a chance to match 3 animals. So you could match a moose. This is moose. You could match an elephant, or you can match a pterodactyl. Ooh, yeah, it's exciting. Yes. So moose, elephant, pterodactyl. Here's how this works. I'll be the caller for all of us because it's more exciting if we do it all together. And I'll say hands down. And when I say hands up, you and your partner are going to match one of those 3 symbols. If you match, you got it. Okay, so we'll be a quick example. Okay. And we're not going to pre-plan it because we want to see if we can get kind of share our brain, right? All right, so here we go. Hands down, hands up. Oh, that's okay. We got some work to do. All right, because you have 5 chances to match 3 animals. Okay, you can match an animal more than once, but the goal is to get all 3. Okay. Recap. Yeah, recap. We got moose, elephant, pterodactyl, and sound effects are optional but encouraged. That was good. Yes, that was really good. All right, here we go. Okay, hands down, hands down. Ready? Hands up. All right, hands down, hands down. Ready? Hands up. All right. Hands down. Ready? Hands up. All right, hands down. If you've already got 3, see if you can get another one. Keep going, yeah. Hands down, hands up. All right. With your new partner, here's another thing I know about productive and effective teams is they're always they have their brains turned on more than off, really. So I know it's the end of the day, and sometimes our brains might be like trying to shut it down, but we're going to turn them back up. So here is your chance to engage your brain. You and your partner each are going to put a hand behind your back, and you're going to choose 0 to 5 fingers. Okay. And here's how it works. Hannah and I will give a demonstration for you on your own pace, so probably we'll go on 3, but you decide in your partnership what you want to go on. We're going to show our fingers in front of us, and it's a race who can add them up the fastest. Okay? So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3. 7. 1, 2, 3. 5. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3. 8. Awesome. She had 3. So see how many times you can win versus your partner. Go ahead. Awesome. All right. New partner, new activity, new thing that I know. Well, it's not new, but I know it. Awesome. So effective teams, they are genuinely curious about other people on their team. Okay. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to genuinely find out information about your partner. Okay. By asking them a question. Okay. I will give you the question because it's less awkward that way. Okay? And the question is this, it's who are you? So Hannah's going to ask me, who are you?
Who are you?
Thanks for asking, Hannah. And I'm going to give, ideally, a one-word answer that describes something about me. So I might say, father. And then Hannah's going to ask,
Sean, who are you?
Great. And I'm going to say, coach. And Hannah's going to ask,
Sean, who are you?
Great. So she's going to ask me that 5 times. So I have to give 5 different answers. Okay? About me. And then, hold up. And then we're going to switch. Then I would ask Hannah that 5 times. Now, because you're probably really genuinely curious people, given the profession you're in, okay, you're going to find it hard not to ask follow-up questions like, oh, tell me more about that. And that's okay. Avoid the temptation to do that until you've both had a chance to ask, who are you? And then there's time you can ask your follow-up questions. Does that make sense? Go for it. Go for it. Great. Thank your partner for sharing. Nice. And find yourself a new partner. Go. All right. With your new partner, I mentioned I only know 4 things. This is the 4th thing. And then the session's done. No, just joking. Seeing if people are listening. Cool. With your new partner, here's a 4th truth I know about effective teams. Is they always take the opportunity to celebrate. So whether that's like a small win or victory or a big one, whether it's with individuals or as a team, but they always take time to acknowledge people. So you're going to acknowledge your partner by creating a 3-move celebration handshake. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be a handshake at all, but it has to have 3 moves. You don't even have to touch if you don't want to. But it has to be 3 moves, and it can only be 3 moves. That's important. You'll see why later. Okay? So 3-move celebration handshake. Any questions? I'll give you a minute to figure that out. Go ahead. Great. Thank your partner by doing the handshake you just created. Go for it. And find, if you can remember, find the very first partner you had in these activities. Go. All right. Great. So this person is actually your celebration high five partner. So we each bring 3 moves from your previous partner. You're going to teach each other the moves. You're going to combine the moves. You can reorder them. And then you're going to add a 7th new move. Yes. I'll give you a few minutes to figure that out. Go ahead. All right. Are we there? We're good? Everyone's good? Before we go to the next thing, I always like to put it out there because some people feel like passionate about their high five that everyone should see it. Is there anyone that feels passionate about it? It's like, oh yeah, that's me. You want to share? The last one. The last one. Yeah, all right, yeah. That was awesome. Awesome. All right. Find yourself, if you're not at a table, you might need to be at or near a table. Because what I want you to do at your table is in your bag, you'll find one of these. Awesome. Here's what I'm going to invite you to do. When you have this, everyone at your table, put everyone on the outside, just holding on to it. Avoid the temptation to pull people, though. That's not what we're going for. Okay. All right. You'll notice that your rope here, your piece of webbing, has a knot in it. Okay? Here's what I'm going to invite you to do in a second, but not quite yet. Wait till I say go. Okay? You're going to shuffle that knot to your right, so the knot moves, not the people. And then when the knot gets to you, okay, you can stop shuffling and just share your name. So round 1, you're going to shuffle the knot around. When it gets to each person, they'll share their name. Make sense? Go for it. All right. It's round 2. You're going to shuffle the knot to your left. But when it gets to you, I'd like you to answer the following question. How long have you been in this profession? Okay. How long have you been in this profession? So shuffle to the left and answer. Go for it. All right. The third round. This round, you can go whatever direction you want. You just decide as a team or as a group at your table or if you're standing. But I want to answer the following question. Okay? If you could go anywhere in the world, it might be home, right now, you're not going to go anywhere because you're engaged and having fun. If you can go anywhere, though, in the world right now, money's not an object, but you had to leave right now, where would you go? If you had to leave right now, where would you go? Okay. All right. Are we ready for a race? Here's what we're gonna do. If you can sit down for this or stand up, it doesn't matter. But we're gonna go for a race. So every group's gonna race each other. First things first. If it's not already there, put it in between one person's two hands. That would be great. Okay. This is start and stop. Okay. There's gonna be 3 rounds. Each round's a little bit different. All right. But round 1's gonna be exactly as you did first. Just move that knot around the circle 1 time. Okay, to the right. Okay. So round 1 is 1 rotation to the right. Okay. Now, because this is a race, it'd be nice to know like who's done. So when you're done, you could like raise your race car in the air and cheer and go, "Woo! We win!" Awesome. Okay. All right. Here we go. Start your engines, please. That is the appropriate sound. On your mark. Get set. Go. I don't know. It might have been that. I don't know. That was you? All right, round two. Round 2. You're going to go. Yes, I'm worried about those flowers. You're going to go not 1, but 2 times to the left this time. 2 to the left. It's like Beyonce said. All right, start your engines, please. That's the appropriate sound. On your mark. Get set, go. Two. Last round, round 3. Round 3, we're gonna go 1 to the right, followed by 2 to the left, so there's a change of direction. Yeah. All right. Start your engines. On your mark. Get set. Get ready. Go. Loudest wins. Loudest always wins. They're still going. All right, nice work. Find yourself sitting at a table. Great. Before we go to our last kind of activity, I just wanted to highlight a couple things of why connection is important when you're working with your teams or your groups. So first thing is it kind of helps engage the brain in critical thinking. So if we're connecting with each other, then we could probably think critically if we need to, either collectively or individually. It sometimes primes the pump of creativity, right? Because we're connected, let's go, let's do stuff together, creative. Obviously, collaboration. To me, that's a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, of course, because we're collaborating, we're doing that, we're connecting, and we're communicating. So those are important things, especially when you're working with a team or within a team. Cool. Awesome. So last thing we're going to do, I'm in your dead zone again. Perfect. Great. Here's what we're going to do. In a second, don't go just yet, but in a second, in the bags on your table, there are puzzle pieces that look like this. Don't grab them just yet. I'll give you all the information and then I'll set you free. Okay? So there's puzzle pieces and markers. On your puzzle piece, I'd like you to express the following things. I say express because some people like words, some people like pictures or drawing. Whatever works for you is good. Okay? So I want you to express the following things. Your name. So express your name. I want you to express something you've accomplished in your life. It could be professional or personal that you're proud of, but you have to be willing to share it, okay, with others. So if you're not willing to share it, don't put it on here, okay? All right? Thing number 3 is what drives you about the work that you do, right? So what drives you? What made you come here? What makes you get up and go to work, okay? And the last thing is within your workplace, or your team, what are you most looking forward to this year? Okay. Awesome. Does that make sense? We'll leave that up there. When you're done with your puzzle piece, just wait, because there's a sharing process I'd like to encourage us to use. Okay. So do your work and then just wait, and then when we're ready, I'll tell you what that process is. Cool? Awesome. Go for it. How are we doing? You guys are good? Still a minute or? Yep. Awesome. Here's the next step. So somebody has to go first. Well, that happened again. Nice. So you're going to go first to your table first. And you're going to share your puzzle piece. Okay? You're going to share what's on your puzzle piece to your small group. Okay? Once you've shared your puzzle piece, then you're going to place it in the middle. There shouldn't be any puzzles put together yet. Put it in the middle. The next person to go is going to be someone that connects with something that you just said or you put on your puzzle piece. Okay? And I'm going to invite you to use the following phrase because I think it's powerful. You're going to say, hey, I really connected with what you said, and label what they said. And here's why. And then share your puzzle piece. Okay? And then you'll physically connect the puzzle piece. So we'll start with 2, then the third person will go and connect, and the fourth, and so on. Does that make sense? Yes. So in the end, you'll have like a connected puzzle in the middle. Okay? It might not be square, but that's okay. All right, go for it. Awesome. Great. So I'm gonna wrap us up here because I think we're close to time. There's like 4 minutes left, which is perfect. I hope that in our time together, maybe you found at least one kind of nugget or something you could use with your staff teams to get them connected. I'll just end with a quick little story, just the impact of connection. I was working with a group of educators. They were intentionally making a virtual high school. This was before COVID. So it was for students that just couldn't have access to a physical school. So they wanted to make, and they wanted to figure out how to do this in the best way possible. So I was helping them in their planning process. They are the experts at their content. I was just helping them collect it and make it into a usable chunk. So we had a process. I worked with them for over the course of a year. And our process was we would meet once a week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. We'd get connected first, do some connection activities, and then we would start the process of their project work that they were doing together, then come back together. So that was how every time we would do that process, and it worked pretty good. Except one time, 1 week they're like, we have 20, we'd only ever meet for an hour, because that's all they had, end of a school day, right? You want to go home. But 1 week they're like, we have 20 minutes because stuff happened. And they're like, can we just skip the connection activity? We'll just get right. Because at this point, they'd already been working together for a while. They're like, we know what we're doing. Like, just get us back into our groups and whatever. So I'm like, yeah, it's your time. No problem. So they went to their groups, started their process of doing their project. But you might be surprised or not to learn that they spent the entire 20 minutes just connecting with each other. They didn't do any work. They just connected. And then we got back together as the bigger group, and they're like, you're right, Sean. And I said, please write that down. You're right. Like, we need to connect first, and that's so important because if we don't, then we just spend time doing that because the power of connection helps us be more productive. So they saw that. And then they started the really cool thing about it is they started to think about that and how they can incorporate that into their virtual school as well. Like, how do we help students connect before we kind of get into like the subject or the meat of what we're doing? So I thought that was pretty cool. So so power connection before content works. Helpful. Awesome. Any last questions, comments, inquiries, feelings, concerns?
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. My pleasure. All right.